Hi, my name is Logan. On YouTube, you'll probably find a lot of get-rich-quick schemes or financial tools that one is trying to sell to you on these YouTube videos if you do a search for like investments. And technically, you can get rich quick, like through lotteries, inheritance, insurance payouts, or a mixture of a few, like inheritance and insurance payouts. But I'm not going to be talking about getting rich quick. Rather, I want to talk about how I handle my personal finance, and how I reduce risk. And it's up to you to decide whether you want to take my advice or not. First off, credit cards. In the news, you'll often hear people say they keep credit cards as a emergency fund. First off, credit cards are not emergency tools, in my opinion. If you are low on cash, rather than taking out a loan on your credit card, you should actually just walk to a bank and apply for a personal loan. Yes, it takes more time, but a personal loan interest rate is probably significantly lower than your credit card interest rate, which for credit cards is up to 29.99, or essentially about 30% of interest. Plus, it kind of really forces you to think how you're going to be using your money. I personally do not use credit cards as an emergency tool. Rather, I use it like a charge card. So after I charge things to my credit card, I pay it off in full every month, or actually sometimes even after I make the purchase. I personally love credit cards. I get credit card rewards for making purchases, and there are credit card benefits like extended warranty and travel insurance. So I always tell my parents, if I die while flying in a commercial aircraft, make sure to file an insurance claim, because they could get up to $250,000 if I were to die on the aircraft. Same thing I say to them when they travel. I say, oh, so you're traveling. I'll make sure to file the claim if you were to die. Anyways, do you know if I were to survive a plane crash, and if I were to only lose one hand, I will only get 50% of the insurance payout? That's what it says in the Chase Freedom Benefits Guide. So here's actually a table of payout benefits. So remember, if you were to get in an accident, remember to lose both hands in order to get 100% of the payout. Second, student loans. Remember that you cannot be forgiven for student loans if you were to ever file for bankruptcy. My student loans does carry some benefits, like loan forgiveness if I were to die while I was in college, or if the school disappears or shuts down, which probably won't happen for UCLA. So in a sense, it's actually ensuring your parents your life. So if you were to die while in college, well, luckily your parents didn't lose much money putting you through college because the student loan was forgiven. Third, savings. I personally try to save 50% or more of every single paycheck I get. And in order to discourage me from spending excessively and remind that I'm poor, I always try to keep my checking account at or below $500. Any more, I will move that excess money into my savings. And just a reminder, interest rates in savings accounts are really low right now. My high yield savings account is currently at 0.08% as of August 2014. So the money you are saving is losing money due to inflation, which is around 1 to 2% a year. But it's important to have enough cash, aka rapidly liquidable assets, for unexpected events like medical expenses or unexpected purchases of items. Fourth, investments. I really like talking about investments with my friends and family. I began investing in the stock market since I was 18 years old, when it was legal to do that. And I also have a Roth IRA since I was 19 years old. So I actually began working since I was 18. I have taken economics and accounting classes before, and probably the most useful life class I have taken at UCLA was accounting. I currently work for an asset management bank, so that was useful as well. But first off, if you're like me who reads your economics textbook, you might notice a few chapters where the author will talk about investment strategies. And I personally didn't agree with everything my author said. But anyways, The common saying is to diversify your portfolio. That means you should have a variety of companies in all sorts of different industries. So some in electronics, some in technology, some in medical, some in banking maybe. Here's my advice. If you are putting money into a stock market, you gotta be willing to lose 100% of it. So you should not be investing all your life savings away. But if you want to, go ahead, and I'm not stopping you. If you notice by now, I always think about the worst scenario that can happen. So, besides dying, you should always remember to take care of your beneficiaries to your investment account if you were to die. You also got to be actively managing your portfolio, even if you have a mutual fund where someone manages your stocks for you. So you got to be actively managing your shares for these mutual funds as well. Ironically, I take the Warren Buffett strategy and invest for the long term. So I would buy shares of a company and keep it for a few years, but I would still keep up with the news and determine when it's a good time to exit. Let me show you my investment portfolio. Here's my portfolio on Google Finance because I do not want to show you my broker's website. Most of my long-term investments have been doing really well. My positions for most companies are pretty good at an overall 13-ish%, while Berkshire Hathaway is a nice 44%. I just wish I just had more money to invest when I was younger, but that's life. So these are the 4 categories of personal finance that I thought was worth mentioning. I hope that this has educated at least a few people. My final words, remember to read your credit card agreements, contracts, and benefit agreements, such as this, and such as things that says credit card agreement for Logan Z. Cott. You just might need to reference it someday. For example, auto rental insurance, travel insurance, and extended warranty insurances that comes with credit card benefits.